What's up?
Hello.
How's it going, y'all?
We're back with the final Shadows of the Galaxy Gauntlet.
So it seems kind of silly to be doing a gauntlet right now, right? Because
Yeah.
this set is not relevant after pretty much today.
Yeah.
But
Right.
that's why we're here with some fun times.
I was very close to brewing Inquisitor since we started the Gauntlet with Inquisitor. I felt like it was appropriate to end the Gauntlet with Inquisitor. But I started working on the deck, and I was like, this is just the same deck again. I'm right back where I started, and so I went and looked through the PQ lists and saw Boba Blue.
Green Boba Fett, blue.
Parentheses, not that Boba Fett.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe we got some channel historians out there. I do not believe I've actually ever played this character.
I know I played him. I probably played him twice.
Yeah.
I think you're right.
So I didn't give a shit about this character. This is Boba Fett from the Book of Boba Fett.
My favorite Marvel Disney show, Book of Boba Fett.
I guess my big complaint with this character is that I feel like you don't make decisions with him, right? Because you're going to have a very obvious play when you play, right? So now I do like this list. I think this is a cool list. Luke Green was a list that I enjoyed in the first go round. I don't know that I've seen a Luke deck be competitive in this current iteration.
I did see a Luke red floating around in some top 8.
I could see that.
It was like similar to the Ray list, but it's doing more Luke stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know that I saw Luke Green though.
Yeah, try to get some extra value, right? Like you could deploy tech and then like shield them with Luke and stuff like that. I'm not entirely sold on the concept at this point. I do believe the early... It does seem as if in the next set, the lower drops are not as aggressively statted as they were in this set.
Mm-hmm.
So I think you might be able to get some more value from some of your low drops. But anyway, this was a top 8 PQ list. The person's name was... I'm going to whip out my phone so that I can make sure I got the attribution correct here. Where are we going? We're going to the photos. And this is Matthew Geiss and at the Cardiff PQ on the 19th, which is not last weekend, but the previous weekend.
Yeah.
So, looking through this list, we've got Confiscate main.
2 Confiscate.
May as well. You don't really want to lose to your opponent playing Boba Fett's armor. Plus, it's got some other utility as well. We've got several 2-drops. We got Regional Governor in the main. Now, I like Regional Governor quite a bit when combined with U-Wing Reinforcement, because you can U-Wing Reinforcement, play some stuff, and deploy Regional Governor and kind of provide some removal protection, especially in like a control matchup.
Yeah, against like Overwhelming Barrage.
You do that the turn before they go to a
Laser.
Super Laser Blast or anything like that. You're in good shape. And then Queel and Restored are keyword units. Battlefield Marine is just a good rate on a card there. But Queel and Restored you can use with Boba Fett's ability. Village Protectors. I think Village Protectors is a very well designed card for this set, and for a lot of reasons. This does work with Boba Fett. You can play the Village Protectors, then use Boba Fett to buff it.
For that turn, it's like harder to just fight into.
It's a 3, because it goes to 3 power, and that's the big hurdle. Is 3 power deals with all like a wide variety of 2-drops
and a lot of 3-drops too.
Yeah, and so Boba Fett being able to buff that the turn you play it is sweet. Concord Dawn Interceptors, they're just good. I don't even think you really have to buff them. It's like if you're playing against Sabine, you play a Battlefield Marine, and they play something, and they play like an A-Wing, and you slam down the Concord Dawn Interceptors, you don't need to buff that. You can just go buff your Battlefield Marine, right?
Yeah.
We've got also in the 3 slot Yoda and Tech. Yoda's got keyword. Tech's got keyword. Tech also makes it so that whenever you deploy something using his ability, that gives it the smuggle keyword.
Oh, okay.
Right? Each friendly resource gains smuggle. So when you play a unit that has one or more keywords, so I think this triggers. I believe. Woohoo! I'm finally making it to a live stream. Love watching you YouTube. Following up with a couple of games.
Awesome.
Thanks for the hours of amusement. Hey, good to hear.
Welcome.
Glad
you made a stream.
All right, we've got resupply. We've got a big late game. Resupply helps us get there. I also think you probably, against aggro, you probably don't resupply, but you do save the resupply when it's going to get you to a Boba Fett deploy.
Okay, you resupply into a deploy. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah.
So you want to interact early on, right?
Yeah.
Like that's what these early drops are designed
What's up,
to do.
FSR Stever 88?
Yeah, Garg Saxon is still in right now.
Daft Tozer, yep. We had to get one more game with Garg Saxon then, and I get to play this time.
Modded cohort, I think, is just nutso with Boba Fett. It's clearly, I mean, obviously they designed that card to work with Boba Fett because it's what happened in the show.
Because they're super cool characters.
I don't. So I like of my complaints about Book of Boba Fett are not really
I don't have
my biggest complaint about the Book of Boba Fett character wise is Boba Fett himself. I do not care about the mods. The mods themselves. This is now this video is no longer about Star Wars Unlimited. It is now about Star Wars: The Book of Boba Fett. Anyway, we've got Bright Hope, which I think is interesting because it lets you rebuy stuff like the Regional Governor. You could like play into something else when the game moves on. We've got Obi-Wan and Luke and Redemption and Home One and U-Wing reinforcements. So we've got like quite a bit of stuff at the top end here. So I actually think this deck into the Krennic deck has got some legs, right?
Yeah.
I think there's a lot of situations where that Krennic deck is not excited.
Home One especially, I think, is very, very good against the Krennic stuff.
Yes, yeah, because it gets you something back.
It's two bodies.
Yeah,
against Avenger.
Yeah, right. Itself is a threat quite significantly, and Tech is really good against that deck too because a lot of times you're having to use like 1-for-1 answers. We got some removal in the form of Fel the Dragon, Takedown, and Traitorous. And depending on what you're playing, you probably resource the Fel the Dragon or you put a Death Grip on it. So, okay, that's the layout there. So yeah, I guess we'll just jump into the game.
Let's game. Sunday though, we got stuff.
Here's your tools, sir.
We got a new set. We're gonna be playing the starters.
Yeah, we'll definitely do the starters,
and then something else.
Yeah, we may do
we can do like a sealed, like a mock.
I think we could probably break that up into two videos. Like we'll do it on the same day. So like if you're watching live, we'll probably just take like a brief intermission to set up the new video. So that way, and then split it into a couple. And then after that, though, Monday it's probably new deck time because the stuff's going to be available during the pre-release.
It's brew o'clock.
Yeah. It's time to go to the drawing board.
I am so excited to sort cards. I love opening and sorting cards. It's the best part about card games.
I think this deck, I want to say, we got to play to see, but I feel like this deck is well suited against Sabine.
I mean, it's a ton of restore.
It's got a lot of restore.
I'm not taking those characters out.
Probably. You deploy Sabine and the mods can just kill her.
Yeah, that's yeah.
Right. That's just.
Also, be careful about that.
Yeah. Right. Especially. Right. You can't deploy her into open 4. Yeah. Right. There's some actual Sentinels. It's got the Concord Dawn. The sideboard had an extra Concord Dawn. I would feel way better if I had all 3 copies of the Concord Dawn.
I think all the shielded Sentinels probably bad.
Yeah, it eats 2 attacks, right?
Yeah.
So. Swoo locals, I do. Justin as a hermit.
Yeah, I don't leave the house.
Yeah, I help organize the Swoo stuff for my store. I'm looking forward to drafting again. we drafted for about a month and a half or so of the second set, and then everybody decided they hated it. Now, I'm a masochist who is like, if I'm not perfect at limited for a format, I will keep playing it until I get there, right? It's like Dark Souls for me, right? Like every draft is my character dying.
It's a roguelike.
Yeah, exactly. Drafts are roguelikes, okay? A 5. 12. All right, initiative. I feel real good against Sabine with initiative. Really, Anakin seems really strong. I like Anakin quite a bit. Got spending hella money on Boba Fett units and want to use them eventually. Yeah, fair enough. I'll mulligan here. Yeah, we did some constructor. Our constructor tournaments were never as well attended as our draft stuff, though. Now, I think that was because our pricing in the first set, we wanted to give away packs of the first set as prizes, but then you couldn't get the first set anymore, and so we started doing store credit. And so I think a lot of people were like, who cares? I win the tournament, I win like $30 at store credit. Who gives a shit?
Yeah.
So this time around, we're actually going to up the prize support for our tournaments just to see if that brings more people in. So pre-orders won't be available.
Stores can sell pre-orders on the pre-release day.
Yeah. You can pick stuff up on at the pre-release. Yes, November 1st or later, right?
But I'll obviously like clarify that with your store specifically. But that stores have the ability to sell product on pre-release day.
So every store making pre-orders available this weekend. It depends. It depends on the store. They have the authorization. They have the authorization. Yeah. If they're not making your pre-orders available, it might be because they got allocated, or they may not have ordered enough.
Pre-release is $35 because it's a steel tournament and you're buying packs as part of that. How many? It's 6 packs for that. 6 packs, $35.
Yeah. The pre-release kit's $35, and you get 6 packs in that, and more importantly, you get 2 foil leaders. I think you end up getting the foil Anakin and not Anakin, Ahsoka and Grievous.
Yeah,
in the thing.
6 packs. Yep.
That's the thing, is those come with that. Okay.
I think you get tokens in there too, maybe.
I'm going to play Regional Governor, and I'm going to name... Let's see if I can just call it shot. I'll just say the A-Wing. Green Squadron A-Wing.
Okay, I'll play Ketsu Onyo.
I will take initiative.
I'll do damage. Pass.
Okay, I'm gonna play Yoda. I'm gonna use Boba Fett, and I'll buff the Regional Governor. There's a marker somewhere. Here we go.
I'll attack you for 3.
Okay. Regional Governor is gonna take out Ketsu Onyo.
I don't know if we ever used that token before.
Yeah.
I'll play red 3.
Okay. I will take initiative.
I'll do damage. And pass. It's gonna hurt when the boxes are going for $80. On pre-release should be $25. The boxes are going for $80. The pre-release boxes are going for $80. That's because people aren't supposed to sell them yet. So.
Oh, you're saying boxes of the set are going for $80?
Boxes of the set should be way more than $80, right?
I think everybody's. This is
MSRP?
yeah, so you have to keep in mind that the price will never be lower than release weekend, right? The first week that it's available, the price will never be lower than that. Or that's like, I mean, Shadows of the Galaxy, the price went down on the set as it was going. But right now, sealed product is going to be low compared to the high price of singles. So TCG players pre-selling boxes for 86-ish.
I mean, that's a great deal.
So that's not a bad deal.
Yeah.
No, it's certainly not. All right. I am going to play the Bright Hope. I'm going to use Boba Fett and buff the Bright Hope. And then I'm going to use the Bright Hope to bounce the Regional Governor to my hand and draw a card.
I'm gonna do damage bases.
Okay. I am going to attack your base for 2 and restore 2.
I'll deploy Sabine.
I'll get my ass kicked by Darksaber if you got it. I'll take initiative.
I will ECL. I don't have a Darksaber. I'm gonna ECL Fleet Lieutenant into the Yoda.
Okay. So
you
Yoda
get +1 from the red 3.
Okay. I'll draw a card.
And then he'll have Sabine attack for 5 total. Well, I guess it's 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yeah.
Did you take initiative?
I did, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Red 3 is not gonna kill itself.
Let's fly into that.
I'm done. Not super excited about the legendaries in set 3.
I think the Jedi are on average fine.
County Mundi seems cool. I like Ahsoka a lot.
All right, so I'm at 10.
I do also kind of like a world where the best cards aren't the hardest to get, because then you have people that aren't able to make decks because they can't afford them.
Yeah, yeah, right. I'm gonna play Queel. I'll use Boba Fett to buff the Bright Hope.
I'm gonna pay 1 resource for this Rebel Assault.
I very strongly considered using Regional Governor to say Rebel Assault.
Yeah,
but I actually don't think I could stop you from attacking.
So this is 5, and this is 5,
6. No, it's 5.
3,
5,
4,
5.
5. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Alien Secure seems cool.
I am going to resupply.
I mean, if you're like buying boxes of Star Wars and you were like trying to make money off them, or like get plus expected value or whatever, it may be not the best way to do it. Like, you can buy singles, and like you probably have to wait a month for prices to level out and then buy singles. But I like buying boxes just to have like the product here with me. Plus, you can rip showcases.
Yeah. So the thing about the first set was that it didn't exist.
Yeah.
Right. That's why prices were high on stuff. Is that just like stuff was not around. I'm gonna deploy Boba Fett.
I'll take initiative.
Okay. Bright Hope is gonna smoke red 1.
Red 3.
Sorry, red 3. Boba Fett is going to I think I kill Sabine unit. You do not have 3 among other guys. YouTube comments.
Well, we do miss that all the time.
YouTube comments. I counted. There were not 3 aspects.
I'm going to be trying to be better about that as well now.
All right, and then all right, I'll pass.
Okay. All the Rebel Assault. I'll just rip that.
Who knew that
You're not dead, right?
Oh, because you yeah.
It doesn't. I don't have the red. It's only 8 damage.
Okay.
Right. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah.
All right. I'm at 7 resources.
Yeah, you're not dead.
Okay. Okay.
Cad Bane's insane. I think Cad Bane is a money rare or money legendary for sure. And I think there's a inevitable meta shift with this set.
For a cause I believe in.
I'll play this Fleet Lieutenant.
I legitimately feel as if I had drawn that shield ground dude, I would have won the game.
Oh yeah. Yeah, maybe.
Like, so I think I have to take initiative. And I have to rip it.
Okay. All right.
That's where I'm at. I didn't draw it. I have 2 Concord Dawn Interceptors, of which there are 2 in the deck. Yeah.
I think it was a weird draw.
No. I mean, obviously the Rebel Assaults were bad for me because I think the second Rebel Assault was what won the game. The first one, I wasn't stopping that damage anyway. I think it is literally draw Village Protectors, and I'm in great shape. I think that's what it boils down to. It's just beating the guy.
It's a game for sideboarding and an Echo-based Defender, right? I
don't think Echo-based Defender was in the sideboard plan. Concord Dawn Interceptor, Concord Dawn Interceptors are good there, right? Because if I play the Concord Dawn Interceptors, then I don't have to keep fucking around with adding power to the Bright Hope to scare off red 3. I can just go about my business. I didn't draw. I had Bright Hope and not modded cohorts there, right?
Yeah, I'm not sure the Cad Bane fits in the Darth Maul slot necessarily.
Cad is a better control unit, right?
Yeah.
So all the you can now, there's a much better yellow control shell. You could play yellow blue control, and Cad Bane just shows up and captures. And the fact that Cad Bane just picks up a whole bunch of token units, right? They just stop existing. So.
It's Fett's last hurrah because this is our last stream for this set.
Yeah.
And Boba Fett's the feature.
Yeah. This is why it is.
Yeah. And maybe Boba Fett in the meta is last hurrah. Who knows? Who can say? His book got canceled. His ass is canceled.
Canceled. Boba Fett wrote some very regrettable things on Twitter.
In 2011.
In 2011.
Yeah, I'm really interested to see what the big brains come up with for Palpatine.
So okay, all right, here you go. Here's a little sample for you. Okay, a little taste of what you can do with Palpatine. Okay, Triple Dark Raid. Triple Dark Raid is a tactic. The new Saw Gerrera's sister. I forget her name. Something Gerrera. When you play her, you do 2 damage to your base, and then you look at the top 8 cards of your deck to go get a tactic and put it in your hand. Open Fire is a tactic. Triple Dark Raid is a tactic. There's a whole list. Every removal card is a tactic.
It wasn't Marlene, it's Stila, yeah.
Stila Gerrera, yeah.
There are so many tactics in the game that she just
Surprise Strike is a tactic.
She finds you what you need.
You play her and she says, draw a good card. And then when she dies, you draw another good card.
Yeah.
So with Palpatine, you can play her and go get Triple Dark Raid.
Mm-hmm.
And then, yeah, now we're brewing. Now we got a brew going.
That sounds sick. Let's roll.
This deck does not want to draw its 2 drops. It's got
whatever.
I think you rolled a 9, and I think I rolled a 6.
Okay.
So this deck,
the only one of the 12 2-drops.
Pillage is a tactic. You can go get pillage with her. It's insane. It is insane, the list of cards you can go get with Stila.
She should have been, if she was an L, she would be like a $50 L.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah. She's a rare. Count your lucky stars that she's a rare.
Wonder
you can ECL her. Not in the Palpatine deck.
No,
but you can ECL her,
and
right?
Draw 2 cards.
Yeah.
Smash something.
Yeah. Your base takes 4, but her aspect is
red.
Aggression hero.
Red hero. Yeah.
Aggression hero.
Maul was a rare and he's absurdly priced. I mean, rares could get up to like 10, 15. Also, welcome Nilren, first time watching live. Hi YouTube. Hi YouTube self. Wave at self in future. My turn. Alright, I'll play Probe Droid.
Queel, Village Protectors, Concord Non-Interceptors, Ewing.
Okay.
I will play Queel.
Take initiative.
I'll pass.
Alright, I'll fight Queel because I know you have the Village Protectors. Reset HP.
Alright, so now the question is, I'm actually going to play the Concord Dawn Interceptors.
Play Toro.
I will take initiative.
Pass.
Yeah, Evacuate, also a tactic. Evacuate seems really good with Palpatine, I'll tell you that much. Oh, yeah. He plays black and magic. His favorite guard 15 years ago was Megram. I'm gonna play modded cohort with Boba Fett and swing the mods into there. Bang.
I'll play Bodhi.
Fellow Dragon or Ewing reinforcement?
Fell the Dragon.
Okay, so what this tells me, you know what that tells me? Fett's Fire Spray. That's what that tells me. I will take initiative.
Yes. Couldn't be me. Okay.
I'll trade into Bodhi.
Boba.
I'll jam the Village Protectors. I'll buff the Village Protectors.
I'll forearm into him.
Okay.
To take the shield.
Yeah. You take 3. I guess I didn't even put the shield on him. Alright, so there's no way you're not attacking Boba Fett there. So I'll have the Concord Dawn Interceptor hit you for 1. First blood! First blood.
Yeah, I'll attack him. That's 3.
Yeah. I'll take initiative.
I'll pass.
Alright, I'm gonna send Boba Fett to a watery grave.
Dead. I'll hit you for 4.
Sure. I will deploy Boba Fett.
That's fire spray.
The Concord Dawn Interceptors are going to attack your base. Am I better off attacking your base for 4 than seizing initiative? Or kill 4 alarm. You could Zuckus, so I'll kill 4 alarm, I suppose.
Hit your Dawn Interceptors.
They'll take 4 because Boba Fett's buffing. I will take initiative.
Pass.
Well. Yeah. Mahdi seems really good for exploit decks. Ewing reinforcement. 5, 10. Okay. 2, 7.
I got Star Wars Dad's list. I like I've seen some cool Star Wars Dad lists for Palpatine. There's gonna be like the variety of things you can make with Palpatine is wild. You can have 2 Palpatine lists that look just nothing alike.
All right, let's put Yoda and 2 Restore Arc 170s in play. I'll give that to you.
I'll hit you for 5.
Okay. I will attack you for 4.
I'll play a fire spray.
I will take initiative.
Hit you for 5. Play Greedo. And pass. I think Jango Fett will be good. Yeah, he seems pretty good.
Well, I like Jango.
He does seem
I like
pretty
Jango.
good.
Jango Overwhelming Barrage is like seems good.
It's like what's the fairy that costs 3 and a blue and it's got flash and it's a 4/4 flyer, and when it comes into play you tap all your opponent's lands in Magic. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, Mistbind Click.
No, is it Mistbind Click?
Mistbind Click, I think.
Okay, it reminds me of that. I know it's not tapping like guys,
Yeah.
but Mistbind Click. Okay, cool. I knew some nerds in chat / across the table from me have encyclopedic knowledge of all Magic cards.
I'll play Home 1 and play Concord Dawn Interceptors.
I'll Forlom into Yoda.
Okay. I will draw a card. Fett
They're
is...
awful. Those fairies were so terrible.
Fett is going to fight your base for 4, and I'll restore 1. Oh, actually, I believe he gets +1. I'll hit your base for 5. Each of the friendly units restore 1. Yeah,
it's pretty good.
Yeah, combo! Home 1 plus Boba Fett. Yeah! We are doing it.
I'll surprise strike Greedo into your base for 6.
Okay. I will attack your base for 3 and restore 2. Restore 2.
Yeah. Right, I'm gonna exhaust that one with fire spray.
I will take initiative.
I'll hit the interceptors.
Okay.
And pass. This seems unwinnable. Yes, it does. You're right. Yes, it does. This is another classic situation of Boba being in the game too long.
Yeah.
He's
like,
just been
I'm
around.
sorry,
He's
this
been here
game.
way too long.
I'm sorry, the game was supposed to end 4 turns ago.
Yeah.
I think there's been some sort of mistake.
It says other friendly units, he can't buff himself. Okay, so I take 1 less.
What's that?
Each
Other friendly. Ah, all right. What if I U-wing reinforcements again?
Four from the interceptors.
10. Excellent. Concord non-interceptors. Modded cohort. The modded cohort is going to take out Forlom. I'll restore 1.
Take it away. I guess I will attack this sentinel.
Alright. Cards in hand.
2.
Fett's gonna attack your base for 4 and restore 1.
Attack your base for 3.
I'm gonna regional governor for cunning.
Play Bodhi.
I have a Luke Skywalker and a Yoda.
Sick. Okay.
Home 1's gonna attack you for 7 and restore 2.
Play Fire Spray.
I'll have this arc attack your base for 3 and restore 2.
I'll let you revive.
I'll take initiative.
Okay. I lose.
I'll kill you with home 1.
Yep. Oh yeah, it was 8 from home 1 too.
Oh yeah. Oh, you were dead that turn then.
Yeah, I was super dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you could have finished it off with the ship. Yeah. I could have like taken it out with those fire spray, but that game was
very
over.
yeah.
As
That felt pretty convincing.
Yeah, it did.
That was super convincing. The Sabine one is like, okay, it's a matter of draw. Like, I guess my major problem with the Sabine decks is they just don't really have to interact with the opponent unless you force them to interact with you with Sentinels and whatnot.
The Walking Dead. That was Boba's last hurrah right there.
I guess I'll take my Gauntlet decks home then. I won't leave them here.
Yep, I gotta take mine apart. Resort all my cards. Have no decks put together. Have literally all of my Star Wars cards sorted at once for the first time since last set came out. It's gonna be so great.
I don't think I'm gonna like put these decks in the garbage. Because, for instance, Sabine Green, I think, just gets leaner and meaner.
Yeah, I don't think it stays pretty much how it is.
The question is that good enough?
Right. And I think it is yes.
I think the answer is probably a resounding yes.
Yeah.
This deck still does the thing that it does.
I think that Sabine is more likely to hang out in the new meta than Boba Fett is.
Okay, that's a bold prediction.
Bold prediction.
I think Boba Fett gets a lot of competition.
Yeah.
I think he gets a lot of competition. The thing about Django gets the full fire spray effect too, right?
Sure does.
I think I guess Django's ability, what's that best against? It's best against aggro, right? You take initiative, they've got a guy, you don't want to be attacked by that guy, you play ISB agent, you ping their guy, right? You use Django, tap down their dude. I don't know. Same colors as Boba. He's also 1 less power too, right?
We're trading one.
You trade 1 power
guy
on your
for
leader.
another. What did they? One clone originator for another.
Yeah.
No, I'm all good.
I like Quinlan Voss also. I think you get to do sick Jedi stuff with Quinlan.
10.
A 9.
Okay. Pretty Vizsla.
Supreme Vizsla is probably... So, the thing about...
I'll take initiative.
Any card that's ever existed in any card game ever that says draw a card on it, or has anything to do with card drawing on it. Card game players, once you've played your first game of card gaming, you're like, man, I wish I could draw more cards. And every time you see anything referencing based off of drawing cards or card draw, card game players are immediately attracted to it, and I think they have a tendency to overrate it.
Okay, yeah. He seems like very hard to
his ability seems
useful.
Difficult
Very hard
to use. Now, I do like his aggressive stat line. I do think he will have Saboteur most of the time, because I think having 3 cards in your hand when you deploy them, very reasonable. I don't know that you can get to the 6 cards in hand, which would make him crazy, because when he goes to 6, he's like 6/6 Saboteur, which will end a game fast.
Yeah.
But from what we've seen, the 6 health leaders are definitely way more vulnerable than the 7 health ones, especially the ones that deploy on 5. But maybe that's because everybody that deployed on 5 should have had 6 health, but I don't know. I'm not the designers of the game, so. All right, pass.
Power of the dark side.
Yep, makes sense to me. You have to play any cards turn 2, and red doesn't have any cards like Chilton to be a payout for that. Yeah, right. Or play shitty cards like Mission Brief.
They have like aggression.
There is a new 5-drop that draws 3.
Yeah.
Right? Maybe that's a better rate. So made a blue hard control deck that draws a bunch of cards with mission briefing. It's not really a good way, but fun, but to have a bunch of cards in hand and have every answer imaginable. Yeah. This game is extremely tempo oriented, right? That's the major thing about it. I will resupply.
Take it.
Pass. This game is extremely tempo oriented, right? So if you like take some time off to just draw a whole lot of cards or whatever,
you're way behind on board all of a sudden.
Yeah, and yeah, your opponent just they start doing disgusting stuff, right?
Dark Trooper.
The Dork Troopers.
I did not draw
a ramp
spell.
Yeah. All right, I will play the Concord Dawn Interceptors.
I'll take initiative.
I will pass. I don't. Oh.
Love the content. Keep it up. Thank you so much, El Sharif.
Thank you.
Appreciate that, Prime.
That's what all the healing is for. Yeah. That's the thing about, like, the Sabine. Well, and, like, there's actually a worse card for healing now, right? There's that 3-drop that says bases can't be healed. It just sits on the table.
It's brutal. Yeah.
It's, like, way better than Wolf.
It's so much better.
It's so much better than Wolf. It's not crazy. It's a spaceship, too, right?
Yeah. All right. I'll hit you for 3.
Sure. I'm gonna modded cohort. We'll take out the Dark Trooper, and then I'm gonna use Fett and buff the Concord Dawn Interceptors.
I'll resupply.
I'll deploy Fett.
I'll deploy Krennic.
Interceptors will attack your base for 3.
I'll attack the modded cohort.
Okay. Take 3. Yeah, I guess we'll
restore 2.
We'll finish off Krennic.
Okay.
Let's get him out of here.
I'll play Inferno 4.
Okay. Well, I'll take initiative.
There you go. Pass.
Fett's gonna attack your base for 4.
Vader. I had to get some Vader plays on this here stream. Yeah, let's get the Black Sun Starfighter in there, and then I'll ambush.
Okay. I think a Luke. Take out Vader.
Okay. Take initiative.
We'll just stare at each other in space.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. Let's stare at each other in space.
Okay. I'll fell the dragon, Luke.
I'll U-wing. You had a Bright Hope. I'm not going to use the Bright Hope's ability. I think if I hit 2... No, there's no 1-drops in here.
Right.
So I think the breakdown's almost always going to be a 4 and a 3 or 2 2s and a 3. Or Luke. We'll use Boba Fett to buff the Concord Dawn there.
I'll take initiative.
The Concord Dawn's going to take down that. And I'll pass.
Vader. Pershing? Pershing. And I'll ambush.
Okay, I'll draw a card off of Yoda die. Oh, Luke Vader again.
Oh my god.
How many times I gotta teach you this lesson, old man?
Take initiative.
Regional governor, I'll say super laser blast. I don't even remember if you have it in there.
There's one in here.
And then when I played Luke, I could buff the Bright Hope, so I'll hit your base for 4. I don't think there's much call to take out the Inferno 4 because that just gives you more draws.
I can't do anything with it.
Yeah. There's an argument for Snoke as well.
Okay, I'm going to timely intervention and this reinforcement walker.
Okay.
So I'll look at the top card. I will I'll draw that, and then I'll ambush the governor. And I'll look at the top card. I'll discard that and gain 3.
Luke will kill Pershing. I don't think there's any reason to let that stick around.
I'll take initiative. What's up, Talon Roll?
Hello.
Full name?
I'm gonna home 1 bag Yoda. And then we'll Boba Fett the Bright Hope, and then I will attack you for another 4.
Could kill the Boba or the Inferno to filter the deck. That's true. I've just been aggressively taking initiative.
And then I'll pass. There's a dog here. Hello, dog. Hey, dog, what's up?
Timely. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Snoke into Luke.
Okay.
And that dies, right?
Yeah. I'll see you in hell, Snoke.
Yeah. I'll attack your base for 7.
7. Pathetic.
And look at the top card. I'll discard Resplay and gain 3.
Pathetic.
Yeah.
Absolutely pathetic. Watch as I dismiss that. I'm going to... Home 1's going to attack you for 7, and I'll restore 2.
I'll hit the thing.
Okay.
For 2.
I'm going to play Obi-Wan.
I'll take
6.
initiative.
I'm going to use Boba Fett to... Yeah, sure. We'll buff the Bright Hope. Hit you for 4. Sorry, 3. And restore 1.
Okay.
Hit you for 2 and restore 3.
Mm-hmm.
And pass.
How do I not die? I guess Overwhelming Barrage, 9 damage. Gotta take that out. And, 2 there. I guess 1 there, 1 Yoda.
How many resources?
I have 6.
This is +2/+2.
Yes. Here.
How about a regional governor and I say Overwhelming Barrage? Could you try to hit me with the second one?
All vigilance. I will defeat and gain 5.
Obi-Wan's going to hit you for 4.
I'll hit you for 3. Actually, I don't think I can do that. I'll attack Obi-Wan.
Okay. I'll put the experience tokens on Yoda and I'll draw a card.
I got it. I kind of wanted to keep that Power of the Dark Side, but I think I need life. This is on
Overwhelming Barrage.
Overwhelming Barrage. Okay.
I'm going to bring back the modded cohort and crash it into the there.
It'll die in a round.
Yeah, it'll die after the barrage falls off, and then I'll Boba Fett Yoda.
I'll attack you for 3.
I'll hit you for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and restore 3. And then
I'm dead.
Okay.
I'm dead. Jeez.
That didn't feel close.
No, it did not feel close at all.
That didn't feel close. Not at all. Not
Somebody got sent to the bottom of the invaders, yeah. Yeah.
Not even close. I had gas for days, dude. I tech was down there. It was like once you got rid of my hand, I was gonna start like, okay.
You're just building up the resources and slash second hand. Yeah.
It's like, all right, you dealt with Luke, home one. I was trying to get to the point where I could home one back Luke's. Like woo!
That was respectable, I think.
Woo! I was like that was like thorough,
Yeah,
right? That was like convincing.
Dismantling. All right, Garsax in yellow.
I actually think this might be a bad matchup.
It very well might be.
This might be a bad matchup. It all depends on my Sentinels. The problem in the Gar deck is like
it punches through Sentinels.
Well, I mean, that's fine. The problem with the Gar deck is actually removing units.
Right.
Because they're so sticky. So sticky. Alright. I do love blue-green hero, man. It's just, the quality of card you get to play in the late game is so good and so fun.
People were putting down home one once that one first came out. It was a trash card.
Yeah, I don't know. Home one was like the reason why Han Green was so good.
Yeah.
It wasn't U-wing reinforcement. U-wing reinforcement is like an okay play, but like home one gives you so much versatility.
So good.
I mean, if you're like comparing home one to Avenger,
right?
And you're like, if you're trying to say that, like, I don't know. If you're just like, all these Star Destroyers are better than the Mon Calamari cruiser or whatever, then fine, whatever. They're bigger. Who cares, right? But the threat against the control decks that home one represents is like substantial.
It's crazy. Yeah. Not and even the threat against aggro decks and mid range. Yeah, and the fact that it can just discount units, it doesn't just get a 3-cost unit; it gets a discounted unit.
Yeah, it discounts it, right? And that's something something Resolute does. The new ship, it discounts your Republic cards. It's not like as effective as the home one discount, but it does discount whatever your next Republic cards are. All right, I'll be shocked if that card matters. I'll be shocked if I get to play 2 of those. Though it's possible 2 of those is actually what the dock card. So.
And one's better than Devastator and Relentless, but Avenger is still more powerful.
The Avenger certainly wins the game from a very specific board state that's very common.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I think that's the thing. That's the point in Avenger's favor, right? The whole point of the blue-green deck is to engineer the board state in which Avenger just wins the game on the spot.
I never got to an Avenger that game either. Avenger might have helped a bit, especially if I could timely reinforcement did it.
Yeah, I gotcha.
I guess you just sacrifice whatever the thing is, but okay, let's see. This.
Do we roll for initiative?
No. 7, 7, 12, 8. Okay.
Battlefield Marine.
Doctor of Azan.
Tell him I hate him. I'll take initiative.
Pass.
Village Protectors. I'll buff the Battlefield Marine.
Play a Phantom.
Battlefield Marine is going to hit your base for 4.
I'll take initiative.
Pass.
I'll snapshot. Attack you for 6.
I'll play the Restored. I'll buff the Protectors.
Play 7th Fleet Defender.
I'm gonna confiscate Evans's shield.
Take initiative.
The Marine's going to attack your base for 3. The Protector is going to take out Evazon. Ready all my resources. And then I'm going to play... Actually... So I can either play Yoda or I can smuggle in tech. I think I actually value the life gain from Yoda quite a bit, so I'll play Yoda. And then I'll pass.
Hit for 6.
I'm gonna crash the Ark into the I'll restore 1.
Play tie advanced. The question is, what do I actually buff now? Why'd you crash the Ark there?
I got rid of 1. It was restore 2, basically, right?
Mm-hmm.
It gets rid of +1 power, and I get to restore 1, and it's dead anyway, right?
Yeah,
so
I think I'll buff the defender. This also makes it not die to the Concord Interceptor attacking it.
It does die to Fell the Dragon.
It does die to Fell the Dragon. That's fine. That's fine. I'll take initiative.
Protectors hit you for 2. Yoda hits you for 2. Restores 2. Battlefield Marine hits you for 3.
Okay.
And then I'll pass.
Surprise strike. For 9.
I'll deploy Boba Fett.
Tie advanced.
Yoda's gonna hit you for 3, and I'll restore 2.
Hit you for 6.
Hit you for 3.
Take initiative.
Hit you for 3. Hit you for 4.
Regional governor.
Yeah, sorry.
I didn't show the camera that.
This is down on the resource row. I can smuggle in tech for 4. And
The Bright Hope.
and I'll die to surprise strike on the next turn, so
I don't have a surprise strike. So
I get to make this face and make the
I have a Super Commando squad.
Yoda attacks the Super Commando Squad, and I'll draw a card to restore 2.
I die. I take it for 7, but I don't have anything else to do.
Yeah, you could put a upgrade on them to buy another
buy like
thing.
a snapshot or something.
Yeah. I drew the other confiscate, so I could have confiscated there, but I think the attack with Yoda is better because that buys me an extra. That was a close one.
It was. I had also changed a heart, but I didn't have an opportunity to use it there. Like if you had that guy still shielded, like your Sentinel still shielded somehow.
Yeah, it could be. Yeah.
Evazan kind of like bit me over the course of that game, right?
Right. Yeah, I was the surprise confiscate. Like I think I won that game because of the confiscate, right?
Yeah. Boba green, 3 wins.
Not bad. And the Sabine was like I feel like the Sabine was like every Sabine loss is like an activation away
from
doing all right.
I really love this Gar Saxon deck. I don't think it really gets much out of this set because there's no shields.
There's no shields, but there are upgrades.
There are upgrades.
There are upgrades. You can make. I mean, I guess you don't get advantage out of the what's its face. There's that 1 cost upgrade that gives 2 health, and at the beginning of the end step, name a card. And if it's the card on top of your deck, then
I don't think that's really.
I don't think it's good for card,
this,
but I like that card quite a bit with R2D2.
Yeah,
I like that card quite a bit.
Yeah,
Sabine Litmus Test. I think it's more of a.
Did you draw good? Did they not draw 2 Rebel Assaults in the game?
Well, I was in trouble versus a number of things. Wrecker. You
have to have like
the
right stuff at the right time.
Yeah,
at the exact right time.
Foresight. Yeah, I think Foresight is like a very powerful card with specific conditions. Foresight just seems crazy to me.
I think the next set seems very cool for draft.
Oh yeah, I think draft's gonna be good.
So I think it's got a lot of potential. So that concludes.
That's it that's a wrap. Baby.
That's a wrap for this whole set.
That's a wrap
for our content for the set.
Yeah,
we'll be doing a starter deck stream on Sunday plus a sealed pre-release simulator.
Yeah.
So look forward to that.
Set
New
2
stuff.
overall. Set 2 is a mixed bag. Set 2, those of you familiar with Keyforge, which is probably 5 of you right now. For those of you familiar with Keyforge, this set feels a lot like Age of Ascension.
Yeah.
In that it will probably never see widespread acceptance amongst the community because of like the various things that it did for the game. You have to like how would you grade a set? Would you grade a set? Is the game in a better state now than it was right before this set came out? And the answer is no, right? Like the game is worse off right now as far as like tournament attendance, general excitement for the game, stuff like that. So the SWU Fallen Empire. See, that's a harsh words, right? that's real harsh words. I don't think I would call it Fallen Empire.
I think this set will be looked back on fondly because I think there's a lot of things that this set is a building block for.
Yeah, I think that the major problem with this set is that it is a piece of the stuff that they wanted to exist in the game, and so there are lots of half-baked ideas in here, and that's because the payoff for a lot of this stuff is down the pipe, right? Hunter and the clones. What are they doing in this set? It's kind of a weird spot for them, right?
Omega.
They're just kind of filling in a play. Now, like in the next set, Omega, on the other hand, like you could play Omega and Palpatine. You could use her to go get your clone, like actual clone card, the 7-drop one.
That's a clone trait.
It has the clone trait. It costs 7, and it's their Vader or their Snoke or whatever it might be. She can go get that, right? So there's a lot of like subtleties and nuances in this set that get kind of lost. So for doubling the card pool, it really shrunk the meta. Yeah, that's a good point. You play the first set. And the first set, it's the early interaction, right? We talk about tempo all the time on the stream, right? The fact that the Sabine curve is largely the same, right? The Sabine curve. What went into this deck? Just for a thought experiment. Okay, so Timely, Poe, and he was actively mediocre to bad.
So was Wrecker, to be honest. In our
the games didn't last to get the record. Ketsu Anyo's claim to fame in this deck is that it beat the dog shit out of my raid deck single-handedly.
It was completely done.
All right, so Wrecker, Daring Raid,
Cassian,
Darksaber, Cassian. Okay. Cassian probably being the standout.
Yeah, I think Cassian's probably the best.
Because like Cassian, you're like always happy to see.
I don't know that we ever used a time. We maybe like once. Or
yeah,
twice on
I mean,
K2.
ideally you'd like Timely Wrecker.
Yeah,
you know, but that's like requires 7, and then so this we have in this version these are 2 ofs, right? So this is 6 cards in the deck. This Ketsu is a 1 of, so that's a 7. So a third of the deck was from the second set, right? Wrecker is insane. Wrecker is crazy. It's just he's in the deck in case.
I think Wrecker did win more games than Poe did.
Yeah. I think so. I mean, you can ECL him, right?
Yeah, you can ECL him and he smashes something.
And he's like, I feel like he's actually good to ECL, unlike Poe.
Yeah.
Right? Like Poe's probably, if I'm like talking about overrated cards, I think Poe is like hella overrated. I understand how insane his effect is. It's good, right? But he himself, like, unless you're cheating him out or he's got ambush, he just doesn't fit the bill, right?
Force Thrower gets even better with set 3 as well. I think it's a top 5 card in the game.
Yeah, so like the 1-drop Force unit.
Yeah.
She's bad. She has text that seems awful. But she's a 1-cost Force unit, so you can play her turn 1 and then Force Throw the same turn.
Yeah.
Right? Like,
seems very good.
I hesitate to say that she's like unplayable. because she is the cheapest possible Force Throw enabler, right?
Mm-hmm. Overrated being good in Han 2. Yeah, it's
well, you're cheating him out in Han 2, right?
Yeah.
Like that's the thing. You get to cheat him out in Han 2, right? He's a 6/4 for 4, which is a good stat line, right? 6/6 for 5 is a very aggressive stat line, but as the game exists right now, the way the game exists, if you tap out, here's a thought experiment. Okay, I use this thought experiment in Keyforge all the time. Like, how big does a creature have to be considered broken? All right. If Poe were a 10/10 for 5 with no other stats, would he see play? No, if he was blank, right? Like, how big does a 5-drop have to be for constructed?
Just a vanilla.
We're ignoring limited. Limited, you actually have to play value. You have to like trade. You have to pay attention to what your opponent's doing. You could get blown out if you don't. But like, in this Sabine deck, and let's just say for the sake of argument, he can't gain ambush, whatever, right? Like if you paid 5 for a 10/10 for constructed, would that be broken? I would posit no. No, it's not broken, right?
It's just so slow. And so, like, and especially if it's like a staple in the meta, people would pack Fellow Dragons. People would pack any number of things to be able to get rid of it.
Waylay was like, Waylay fell out of favor in this set, and that crushes me because I fucking love Waylay. But yeah, I mean, Waylay's coming, like, Waylay stocks, I think, on the up in the next set because it's so good against exploit. It's crazy against exploit.
Yeah.
You devote a whole bunch of resources. You tap out, you sack 2 dudes, you play your thing, and it gets bounced back to your hand, right? It's insane to me. Like, exploit is like a solid mechanic. I think it's an interesting mechanic. It's insane to me how many exploit cards are in this set.
It's a lot,
right? Yeah. So like Grievous, right? You're talking about Grievous,
or the clone or Grievous.
There's a clone, but he gives them 2 battle droids.
Yeah, that's rough. But he has raid 1 also.
Yeah, he hits hard, but I don't think that cuts it in Sabine.
He's slow. Yeah,
I don't think it cuts in Sabine. He's like he's an overstated control piece, right? That's the thing about the second set. Like, what cards from the second set? So like Boba Fett got way worse. Like the Boba Fett unit got way worse because his stat line stopped being unique. And the thing is like Surprise Strike is like too good, maybe. Like maybe it sounds crazy to say because the Holdout Blaster is basically Surprise Strike, but it says draw a card on it. It costs one more and it gives you one less power. But like Holdout Blaster was played everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't even hit vehicles. So up the power of the capture mechanic. I think the capture mechanic is in a good spot. In limited, it felt really good. And constructed the problem. I think you really need like a magic ward mechanic for this game, right? You need stuff that makes it more expensive for you to hit certain units. Because like takedown is just omnipresent. Fell the Dragon, it doesn't hit leaders, right? I like that a lot of the removal is conditional, so you have like different checks about how to play around stuff. Smuggle is a perfect mechanic. Smuggle is a perfect mechanic. I will agree with that. I think that's easily the best thing about the set is the smuggle mechanic. And at this point, Smuggle's still the thing that I think shines the most. Just because it's so good. Finding tricks like Waylay, another. I don't know. I would have thought Jabba would have been crazy in this set because he was an underworld card. You could McClunky him. He'd make McClunky free.
We did suggest people invest in slug stocks.
And we did also caveat by saying we weren't financial. This is not financial advice.
Yeah. So if you took that advice, you probably ruined.
Yeah. So hopefully you didn't drop $4,000 into Jabba's. He'll still see his day. I'll mark my words.
I think so too. He's pretty good. He's got a fat butt.
It's just like value.
Yeah.
I think anything that gives you value is going to be good. So.
The best capture card comes in set 3, Cad Bane. Yeah, I think he's probably the best capture card. Probably.
The capture card that costs 4. One of your dudes captures an opposing unit, and if it costs less than the dude who captured it, you get to make 2 battle droids. That card seems
solid.
playable.
Yeah.
The card seems definitely playable. It seems really good and limited. So, and the thing is, capture. So, what happened is the Voltron unit stopped existing. Okay, all set 2 did was remove the existence of Voltron units. Right, no longer could you just slap 45 enhancements on Chirrut and win the game. Right, that's what set 2. That I think is the biggest argument against set 2 from a constructive standpoint is that you can't play you can't just rely on your hero to win the game.
Is it
your
Rivals
leader.
Fall's fault?
Right. I don't even think it's Rivals Fall. I think it's just a myriad of things that made it that bad. So all your stocks are in triple dark raid with a set name Jump to Lightspeed. Yeah, that's probably a good one.
Yeah.
This is not financial advice again, but yeah. But yeah, probably buy 500 of them.
Okay.
There you go. We're done here. I could talk about Star Wars all day, I think.
Appreciate y'all watching.
Voltron is back at set 3. New yellow card. Yes. That card seems dope.
New Palp Leader might be suck because he's gonna flirt. Yeah, exactly. You lose a lot of tempo from not having a unit.
His power is so much more powerful.
It
is a degree.
It sure is.
It is a factor of 5 times more powerful than like regular abilities, right? Gain 2, draw a card. Tap. Gain 2, draw a card. Deal 2, deploy a unit. Right? That seems crazy.
Super good.
So.
Back Sunday for Twilight of the Republic.
Yes.
And we can start titling YouTube videos with prequel memes.
Oh, yeah.
I'm so excited.
Now the fun begins.
And now the fun begins. And obviously that's the title of our stream on Sunday. So thanks for watching, everybody.
So, yeah.
Have fun with your pre-releases. Post your pools in Discord and all that good stuff.
Yeah. It's sick. I love seeing people pull hyperspace foil shit. So.
And we'll see y'all on Sunday.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.